Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. In this video, we're going to show you how to attack in FIFA 23 like a pro and how we apply these exact strategies and techniques in our own gameplay. Now during this video, we're going to be showing you an extra special tip that works so well with this video to maximize your success, so stay tuned for that. If you want to show your support, please hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications bell so that you know exactly when new videos are released. So here is exactly what we will be covering in this video. So let's get right into it. Now there are a ton of ways to attack that are used effectively by many players, but the ones that we will be showing in this video are the ones that we find to be the most effective at creating chances and scoring goals consistently. So let's dive into the first one, which is passing and possession. So this is one of the most important skills that you need to master this year in FIFA 23. And the reason is simple. Passing and possession is the best way to play in the game this year. Now what do we mean when we say passing and possession? In simple terms, this is how good you are at retaining the ball and how effective you are at using the ball. One of the biggest mistakes we see a lot of struggling players do is they try to rush their attacks and pass the ball forwards far too quickly, and they wonder why they continue to fail. The simple reason is because they have rushed the ball up to their attackers so fast that there is no support for the strikers to work with, and they're completely outnumbered by defenders, and then they go on to lose the ball. So you're probably thinking, what do? Here's an example of how to pass the ball and how possession is so key to success in this game. We're going to walk you through what we did and why we did it. So we win possession of the ball back, and rather than risking a pass up the line of being intercepted by the attacker, as we have our back to goal and are unlikely to make that pass, we chose the safe option and pass back inside. And remember that it is okay to recycle the ball and not rush forwards. Sideways is always a good pass. You can see how that safe pass opened up a much cleaner passing lane for us to make a safer pass. And that's what we need to take away from this video. It's about finding safer passing options rather than the risky ones that continuously cause you to lose the ball so much. We're then able to flip a ball inside as he overcommitted with his midfielder to press us, and that left us Fred in midfield all alone with all that space. Now we give the ball back to the outside midfielder, and you can see how disorganized his midfield is and how by being patient and playing just high percentage passes, we're in behind his midfield with ease. Now with our striker, he's in the perfect position to make a darting run in behind, and again another simple through ball will play him in behind, which is exactly what happens, and we're able to go and score the goal with ease. You can see how simple and effective high percentage passing, you're able to just cut through your opponents with ease. This takes a bit of practice to master and perfect, but once you do, you can see how easy attacking can become in this game with this method. So next, moving on to the next thing, which is skill moves. This is something that we do not use a lot in our gameplay, but we do use them in certain moments. And straight off the bat, this is really important to understand. Skill moves need to be used sparingly and not spammed. You also need to use skill moves that are actually effective and are not just window dressing. Now, a couple of questions that you probably have are, what skill moves should I use and when should I use them? Now, starting with what skill moves, there's a big list of skill moves that we use and that we have in our arsenal, and it's too big to show you in this just one video, and we will have a dedicated skill move video coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. But for the purpose of this video, we have a list on screen of the skill moves that we like to use and are the ones that we want you to try and learn and try and add into your bank so that you can bring them out when you need. Now this brings us on to when to use these skill moves. We have a great example of when to use skill moves. Now for context, in this game we had been turning inside and passing the ball inside a lot, and you can see he shifts his defender inside to preemptively cover that inside passing lane. And after seeing this, we decided to pull out the skill move and do something different. And we chose the heel to ball roll, and this will bamboozle him. And one of the reasons why we chose this skill move is, number one, because it looks awesome, but number two, because it does a great job of getting his back on the inside to be able to continue the attack. And then we completely do him with the skill move, and you can see that panic begins to set in and he begins to drag his defenders out, and that made scoring the goal very easy. Now the key thing to take away with skill moves is to not overuse the same one in the same position, because if we get back into this position again, your opponent is most likely going to expect the same thing and expect the same skill move. So we need to make sure that we mix up our attacks and don't overuse the same skill move in the same position and at the same angle. Otherwise you'll become predictable and then you'll struggle to attack, and everything you do is easy to read. So before we continue, if you're enjoying this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, as this goes a long way to supporting us. And also right now, let us know in the comment section what you struggle with most about attacking, as we love to help you guys out as much as we can. So let's get right back into it and take a look at the third topic, which is attacking on the wing. So a lot of people struggle when they attack on the wing, and they wonder what they should do and how they can master the wing play. And this ties in really well with our last point about unpredictability. One of the things that we see a lot of people do is repeat the same things over and over, whether it be a skill move or a passing sequence. Being predictable in any phase of play will cap your ceiling on how good you can eventually become. So when it comes to attacking on the wing, you need multiple plans of action in order to avoid this situation. And there are many ways that you can attack on the wing, such as, number 1, you can cross the ball to the back post if you have runners there to do so. Number 2, you can turn and recycle the play. And like we talked about before, passing sideways and retaining possession is high level play. Number 3, you can use skill moves inside and outside. And as we talked about before, mixing up which direction you use them in is really key. Number 4, you can use brute force and speed down the wing if your winger is capable of blitzing past the defender with raw pace. And the 5th, you can do what we did in this example, which was just a simple pass inside to the man in space, and then we use a running fake shot on the outside before cutting back to an empty net. So as you can see, there's a lot of ways that you can attack on the wing, but it is all about decision making and choosing the right one in the right moment that will separate the good from the great, and then the great from the elite. So now moving on to the 4th and final thing, which is attacking in and around the box. The key thing with this is patience and finesse, and it's patience in terms of trying to not force a pass or shot if there's many defenders in the way to either block the shot or intercept the pass. In that case, recycling the ball and starting again is always the best option. Another thing that helps is dribbling. Now the usual way, the left stick dribbling, although right now it is nerfed this year and it's not quite as powerful as it was last year, however it does still work in some scenarios. But the strafe dribble is still a great way to breeze past defenders in tight spaces. You can see a great example of us using the strafe dribble here on the outside of the box. We win the ball and then we counter attack. And once the ball comes to Dembele, you can see his defender is just charging at us. And this makes it really easy to strafe around him, as we have more agility, and him sprinting at us will make it really difficult for him to read and be able to turn and catch us up. And you can see we skip around him with ease, and then a little elastico, and then a cut across goal for a Shomarov tap-in. And these little touches like these are the most effective way to create space in and around the box. Generally, big skill moves are not the best way because they need space and time to be executed. So these little tight turns are the best thing that you can use in and around the box, such as the strafe dribble, or with the new technical dribble, i.e. left stick dribbling, are the most effective. And if the box is too crowded, like we say, the best thing to do is to recycle the ball, switch the play, and construct another attack, as applying constant pressure will eventually make your opponent make a mistake, and that's when you can get in. So that is it for the attacking tutorial, and you should now have a much better understanding of how to attack in FIFA 23 this year. Of course, things will change as the game evolves and as patches come, so we may be doing some things now that won't be useful in the future, but we will be doing attacking updated tutorials in the future. But for now, these points should set you on your way to some massive attacking success. So in order for us to continue to make more videos like this, we need your help with a few things. First, make sure you hit the like button. Second, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And third, make sure you hit the notifications bell so that you know exactly when we release new content. Fourth, make sure you leave a comment below with exactly what other topics you want us to cover. And don't forget, let us know what you struggle with most about attacking as well down in the comments. And fifth, be sure to follow us on our other social media platforms, TikTok and Twitter, for more FIFA content. And the links to all these are in the description below. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.